Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back to Mangg Plays the Best Games of All Time. Today, we're going to be looking at Populous. And I gotta say, I'm quite surprised, personally, to see this game on here. Because the only thing I ever knew about this game was that it was on Super Nintendo, and we owned it, and my brother played it, and I didn't understand a single fucking thing he ever did in this game. I had no idea what the goal was, what anything was happening. I could not follow it for the life of me. It was like wizardry what he was doing, and he didn't explain anything to me, and it was just... I don't know. It was always just like the weirdest game we owned, and I never touched it, you know? It was just this arcane thing. But no, it's not originally for the Super Nintendo. It was originally developed for the Amiga home computer. And it's apparently one of the best games of all time. Now the Wikipedia page says that it's one of the best-selling PC games of all time, with over 4 million copies sold. But if you go to the list of best-selling PC games... you know, the source, it says better source needed, and the source is from lionheadstudios.com. So, I don't know. I mean, the fact that Populous says it's one of the best-selling PC games of all time, it's like, where do you draw the line? I mean, maybe it's got 4 million sold, whereas, like, Minecraft has 33 million sold. But anyways, I digress. So yeah, Populous. We have entered the era of Peter Molyneux, one of the most well-known names in the gaming industry. Not always for good reasons. Peter Molyneux is best known for Populous, Dungeon Keeper, Black and White, and the Fable series. He also then went on to lose his fucking mind. With the cube. What was the cube? What's inside the cube? Does anyone even remember this? I mean, this music is very loud. I feel like I'm yelling over it, but... I mean, I feel like I need to take a minute to just talk about the fucking cube thing. He did, like, this social media experiment with this massive virtual cube made up of billions of little cubes. And people had to, like, log in to dig through each little cube. And he promised that the reward for the person that first reached the center of the big cube, the reward would be life-changing. He said life-changingly amazing by any definition. And what it ended up being, if you really want to know, was the winner basically was allowed to be the sole all-powerful digital god in their next upcoming game, and to get a small portion of the revenue that the game brought in. That's fairly lame, even in the best case scenario. even more lame, that game never came out. And doesn't exist. So, yeah. Brilliant. But that game, Goddess, was going to be a spiritual successor to this game, Populous. So there you go. We made the full loop around. Yeah, so Populous. Pretty interesting stuff. It's described as the genre here of God game, which is a very, very niche game, genre. I mean, the list of God games is very small, because it's specifically games where you control a deity in charge of other people's lives. And it has to specifically be a deity, you know, so the list is pretty small. What it more really is like a real-time strategy game. God, oh, this credits just goes on and on. Hold on. Okay, I made it quieter for myself, not for you. Yeah, so it's a real-time strategy game. Basically, you are a deity in charge of these people, and you have just a certain handful of people. And what you control is somewhat the people. You can sort of shepherd them in the right direction, but mostly you're just in charge of, like, the land around them and various, like, divine events, like earthquakes and floods and things like that. And the goal of the game is to sort of help your people expand and grow in number and grow more powerful so that they can defeat the enemy, who is doing basically the same thing. The whole idea of the game is that there's these two deities that are battling one another and using the people on the planet as their tools. So yeah, it's a very... I mean, it's the first, like, God game. But even that, just looking at, like, real-time strategy games of this kind of style, especially with, like, mouse control, I mean, it's pretty good. Let me just see. Real-time strategy. With mouse control, I mean, that's... I'm not really sure. IGN cites Herzog Zwei as arguably the first RTS game ever, and Ars Technica agrees. Combining traditional strategy gameplay with fully real-time, fast-paced arcade-style action gameplay. So, Herzog Zwei is apparently a pretty landmark thing, and that was 1989, same year as this. So, yeah, we've basically entered into the era of real-time strategy now. Things would really kick off, though, with Dune 2 in 1992, which is also on this list, so we'll get to talk a lot more about that later. Alright, so Populous, let's just give it a try. It's pretty interesting that it has mouse control, because I was only familiar with the Super Nintendo version, which obviously did not, and always just seemed immensely clunky. So this is going to be a little bit better for us as far as control is concerned. Alright. There we have it. No? Emulating the Amiga is just fucking rough. Okay, it'll work now. Trust me. There it is. Alright. No, now it didn't work again. Why is it stopping? I shouldn't have let it run this long. Come on now. Damn it. I don't know what the issue is. I was in the tutorial earlier, I was messing around. The tutorial is not what we think of as a tutorial in a game. It's basically just like a sandbox mode with no enemies, and you can just mess around. Okay, I think I hit conquest. Either that or it's just gonna crash. One of the two. I don't really want to play the SNES version, although it's a lot easier to get going. Alright, here we are. We're in game. Okay, so there's 500 like stages or scenarios you have to play through. And well, you don't actually no, you're not going to play through 500 because depending on how well you do on each scenario, it'll jump you forward a number of scenarios is what I got out of it. So the first stage is Genesis. Battle number is 0. World's landscape is grass plains. His reactions are very slow, so the other deity. His rating is very poor. Land built on people. The swamps are bottomless. Water is fatal. We each start with 3 people, and I have access to all of my deific abilities, and he has none. So it's pretty good. So we're gonna start. And software failure. Great. Well, then give me a moment. Okay, had to futz with some hardware configurations. I mean, I don't know enough about the Amiga to say what I should be running this game on with their hardware or whatnot. I don't know, but we're in game. It's working. It's paused currently, but we can fix that. So there's no keyboard controls of any kind, from what I can understand. It's entirely mouse. So, up here in the upper left, you have the map of the whole world. And we can see right down here, there's the enemy. He's got his hut there, his leader. And I think... no, not that. Alright, so this button I know zooms into wherever your leader is. So if I go here, boom, there's our leader. This button, I think, zooms into wherever your knight is, if you have one. This one, I'm not so sure. These buttons, I'm not sure. This button, I'm not sure. I know there's a button, maybe this one. You put it on something, and that's where your leader goes to. And then your people will follow your leader. These buttons control the map to a finer degree. So, you know, we're on this little island. We gotta fix that. This one, I have no idea. Then these over here, these are your god powers. So you've got flooding, earthquake, plague. This one will make a night if you have enough people or something. I have no idea. This one also looks like flooding. I'm not sure exactly. And then that is like an inspection? I'm not really sure. Up in the upper right, I don't know what this gold stuff is. I believe this bar right here with the blue on it is your mana bar, and this is their mana bar, and you need mana to cast your big powers. That's about all I know, so let's just begin. So the goal is to raise land. You left-click to where you want to raise land, right-click lowers land, and the goal is to even it out as much as possible. You want it to be as even, flat, across the board, flat and boring. And that is what creates new houses, and that's what creates bigger buildings. Eventually you get castles. I mean, it goes quick. It's not a slow process. And, there we go. There we go. I mean, it's like instantaneously upgrade or downgrade depending on the land. And then that's, you know, your people are just going to multiply, and you got to work quick. Because the opponent is doing the same. Alright, so we've got a castle already. 2 castles. It's pretty good, right? Oh, and he went over here and founded another hut, so we want to help that out. And so this is, yeah, I mean, this is sort of what you're doing. There's a bit more to it. Trying to figure out what's flat and what's not flat. Okay, I've made a valley here. No. It's a little hard to tell with, like, the fixed isometric viewpoint. They've done a fairly decent job with shading to show different depths and stuff. Alright, got another castle. I think we need to keep moving our leader in order to, like, continually populate. I think. I've got some deep fucking pits here. How am I raising this? Why can't I raise stuff? Now I can raise stuff. Maybe it's... I'm not really sure. I'm sure I can't earthquake. So if I press this and I say go here, he will maybe go there. He seems to be doing well, and I don't know how to actually populate. I don't think it's that. Not sure. If that's not how you move your leader, then I'm not sure what the fuck to do. I mean, it's just like, I can't even with this game. I couldn't when I was a kid, and I can't now. I just don't get it, and I don't really want to get it. I mean, that's sort of unfair, I know, but it's just so clunky. I mean, this is like, has always been the definition of clunky. I mean, really, why would I play this game over Warcraft 2? Okay, there I built a house. That's good. I don't know what triggered that or not, but might as well get to going. Okay, another castle. Whoops, another castle. Eventually, I think I have to make some sort of land bridge here to go fuck up the other guy. I don't know. I mean, to me, this game is just mind-numbingly boring. Mind-numbingly dull. Sid Meier's Pirates and stuff, and that yeah, you know, you're sailing around, you're shooting cannonballs, you're fencing, you know, you're wooing maidens. I mean, it was exciting. It has nothing to do with graphics or, you know, technology. It's just this game does not hold up, in my opinion, whatsoever. Oh, okay. This is some sort of moving bar? Not quite certain. Oh, I could make this happen if I wanted. I probably don't want to do that. So I could make a knight? Maybe? Would I want to do that? Oh, okay. I have a knight. He's expanded across, like, this entire island. Clearly, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And it's, I mean, this is a game that you'd have to work at to even be able to, like, play. Work at meaning, like, go through the whole manual and just tinker around and discover how everything works. And, I mean, frankly, unless you have nostalgia for this game, why on earth would anyone in 2022 want to fuck around with that? Okay, maybe this blue bar is more my population or something. And this bar is just my mana. So now my knight's patrolling because we can't make this land bridge. I don't know. I mean, I think we're done here. Like, it's just, I don't even want to look at it anymore. I just, this game just upsets me. Always has, always will. I'm shocked it's on this list. And I'll never find, I'll never find a human. I don't think. I'll never find anyone that will make a compelling reason why this is one of the best games of all time that first played it within the last, let's say, decade. If you know of anyone that has first played Populous within the last 10 years and actually thinks that it's one of the best games of all time, please let me know. I want to find these people. I need to hear a compelling argument that's not dripping with nostalgia. But as it is, yeah, I don't want anything to do with Populous. I'm shocked this video is as long as it is. It's just because it's like, the game, it's so slow. Nothing, I hate it. No, man. I think Populous might be my least favorite game on this list so far. Maybe on the entire list. It might win that award. I mean, I've played some, like, shitty, not shitty, but just, like, lame old school games. I mean, Space Invaders is not that, and Pong is not that great. But Pong is better than Populous, to me. Pong I understand, and at least things are happening. Ugh, Populous. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Not one of the best games of all time. Anyways. My name is Mangg. This has been Mangg Plays the Best Games of All Time with Populous. And I'll see you fine folks next time.